Welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we're doing something a little different. We are setting off on what I can only describe as an epic, cinematic journey into the microscopic world of the cell membrane. Imagine shrinking down to the molecular scale and stepping into a space that looks like a high-budget, IMAX-quality nature documentary, except the whole thing is happening entirely within the confines of a single living cell. We're going to explore these breathtaking environments that literally protect and power every organism on Earth, and we'll be looking specifically at the stark contrast between the peaceful drift of passive transport and the high-octane biomechanical machinery of active transport. Let's dive in. Now, when you picture a cell boundary, you probably think of a static, solid wall, right? Well, I want you to completely erase that image from your mind. Actually, scratch that. It's more like a living, undulating ocean. We're talking about a highly dynamic, fluid environment. Just picture this breathtaking sea of lipids where intricate proteins drift slowly around, looking almost like enormous mechanical ships floating through the water. It's definitely not just a physical barrier. It's this incredibly active, constantly moving landscape that controls absolutely everything entering or exiting the cell. To really grasp how this works, we have to look back at the scientific foundation laid in 1972 by S.J. Singer and G.L. Nicholson. They proposed what we call the fluid mosaic model. Think of the membrane as a fluid phospholipid matrix. It literally behaves like a liquid, and embedded within this liquid matrix, you have complex carbohydrates and proteins just floating freely. This idea was a total game changer. It showed us that the membrane is this selectively permeable, ever-shifting mosaic that actively manages all the life-sustaining exchanges between the cell and the outside world. And just look at the stunning visual here. Notice those deep, translucent sapphire blues and the teal highlights? That perfectly captures the mosaic-like nature of the membrane. You can really see how the different components, the lipids acting as the vast ocean and the proteins scattered throughout like little islands or ships, all come together to form this highly complex, protective boundary. It's like looking at a sophisticated biotech noir landscape right inside your own body. Okay, let's get into the mechanics and break down the actual molecular structure. The whole foundation of this cellular ocean is the phospholipid bilayer. As the name suggests, it's a double layer of special lipids. Now, each of these lipid molecules has a hydrophilic, or water-loving head that faces the watery environments on both the inside and outside of the cell. But tucked away securely in the middle are the hydrophobic, water-fearing fatty acid tails. Because of this really unique sandwich structure, the membrane becomes selectively permeable. It lets certain small things like oxygen pass right through, but it stops larger or charged molecules dead in their tracks. And to put this into perspective, this impenetrable fortress is roughly 10,000 times thinner than a human hair. Absolutely wild.
Scene 1. Passive transport, the serene flow.
So in this tranquil part of the cellular world, we observe simple diffusion. Picture tiny, softly glowing oxygen and carbon dioxide molecules drifting naturally through that sapphire blue lipid bilayer. They're just following their concentration gradient, meaning they're moving from an area where they are highly concentrated to an area where there's fewer of them. It's a completely passive process. The movement is calm, elegant, effortless. Honestly, it's almost like glowing mist flowing gently through a dark forest. The cell doesn't have to lift a single finger or burn a single drop of energy to make this happen.
And water? Well, water embarks on its own elegant journey through a process called osmosis. Just like oxygen, it naturally flows down its own concentration gradient. It moves from a dilute solution, where water is super plentiful, into a more concentrated solution across that selectively permeable membrane. Again, there is zero metabolic push here. The channel proteins just stay open, and the water smoothly travels right through, driven entirely by the peaceful laws of physics.
Now, looking at these microscopic structures side by side, it's a great reminder that this serene, passive transport isn't just some abstract textbook theory. This is happening constantly, literally every single second, within the dynamic biological structures that house and protect your DNA. This gentle, fluid exchange of gases and water is the baseline hum of life that keeps your cells perfectly balanced. But here is where our story shifts gears. What happens when a cell needs something that actively goes against the natural flow? What happens when it literally has to fight the tide, pushing molecules from an area of low concentration into an area that is already packed completely full? To understand that shift, let's directly contrast these two biological worlds. As we just saw, passive transport moves down the concentration gradient, requiring absolutely no energy. But on the flip side, we have active transport. This moves against the concentration gradient.
And fighting that natural flow, that demands serious cellular energy. We are officially leaving the peaceful, serene flow behind and entering a highly controlled, incredibly energetic environment.
Scene 2. Active transport, the biomechanical machinery.
Our cellular world shifts here from those cool sapphire blues to brilliant neon golds and amber to power this machinery. Let's meet the star of the active transport show, adenosine triphosphate, or ATP for short. Think of ATP as the universal energy currency of living organisms. It's essentially a radiant, rechargeable cellular battery. And here's a crazy fun fact for you. Your body actually recycles its own body weight in ATP every single day. Each one of these little molecules stores a highly precise amount of energy, exactly 7.3 kilocalories per mole, just waiting to be spent on biological work. So let's watch how this builds into an explosive release of power. Imagine this radiant ATP molecule approaching a highly complex transport protein embedded in the membrane. As it binds to the active site, the molecule breaks down. This is an exergonic, or energy-liberating process. It yields ADP, a free phosphate, and most importantly, it emits this brilliant burst of glowing golden energy. That 7.3 kilocalories per mole pulses outward to fuel the cell's mechanical pumps. And with that sudden injection of golden energy, active transport kicks in. The transport protein uses that energy to undergo a powerful, clockwork-like change in its shape. Mechanical molecular segments literally rotate, pivot, compress, and expand. It's pure biomechanical motion. This allows the cell to forcefully grab substances from a region of low concentration and shove them into an area of high concentration, fighting completely against the natural tide. Let's look at how this plays out in a classic scenario, the sodium-potassium pump. This is the ultimate example of primary active transport. Fueled directly by those brilliant bursts of ATP, this sophisticated protein machine forcefully pumps sodium ions outward into the extracellular space while simultaneously dragging potassium ions inward. Both of these ions are moving completely opposite to their natural concentration gradients. You can just imagine these golden energy pulses traveling throughout the protein, emphasizing the immense, highly controlled power it takes to maintain this vital chemical imbalance.
Now, you might be asking yourself, okay, so why does this actually matter to me? Well, this high-energy biomechanical machinery is literally the reason you're alive right now. Without the sodium-potassium pump and active transport, your muscles couldn't contract. The passage of nerve impulses, the very electrical signals letting you think a thought or hear my voice right now, rely entirely on these active concentration gradients. Even plants depend on it. Their tiny root hairs use active transport to pull vital water and minerals from the soil. It is the energetic engine of all biological function.
So we've traveled from a breathtaking sapphire blue lipid sea where molecules just drift effortlessly like mist, all the way into the pulsing neon gold world of highly sophisticated molecular machinery. It's an IMAX quality documentary playing out every second right inside your body. And it leaves us with a really fascinating thought to ponder. As we continue to study these intricate, hyper-efficient biomechanical pumps, how might this perfect cellular machinery inspire the nanotechnologies and medical breakthroughs of our own future? I hope this explainer sparked your curiosity to look a little deeper into the microscopic universe. Thanks for joining me, and keep exploring